Welcome to Elevated Women, the podcast where energetics meets strategy and wealth becomes who you are. I'm your host, Myra Swan Kotze, subconscious reprogramming master, energetics mentor, multi-seven-figure coach, and Brain's 500 global honoree for my work in conscious business leadership. This space is your portal, a frequency upgrade for the woman who's done shrinking and ready to claim everything she came for. Let's melt the old patterns, rewire your money story, and build a wildly aligned business from your highest self. This is your next evolution. Let's begin. Welcome back to Elevated Woman Queen. There's a frequency that changes everything, and it's called Audacity. Not the loud kind that shouts to be seen, the deep, embodied kind that hums through your cells and says, I'm here. I know who I am. I'm not asking anymore. I'm choosing. Audacity is not ego. It's remembrance. It's the moment you stop negotiating your brilliance and start walking as her, the woman you already know deep down you are inside. I used to think boldness meant more effort, more posting, more doing, more proving. But the real audacity started the moment I stopped performing, when I stopped editing myself down to what feels safe. When I realized the most magnetic woman in the room is a woman who's anchored in her truth. Audacity begins in your nervous system, not in your marketing. It's the safety to hold visibility, to be misunderstood, to still stay open. When a woman's body doesn't feel safe, she hides in strategy. She overthinks, overplans, overjustifies. But when she's anchored in energetic safety, she leads with presence. She lets her voice carry power, not pressure. The inner audacity code is built on 3 frequencies: self-permission, self-trust, self-intimacy. I want to tell you what happened to me around 10, 12 years ago when I came online. I built multiple successful offline businesses. Nobody could teach me anything about business. I built an 8-figure company with my husband, and we were really, really successful. I commanded boardrooms. And so when I came online, I brought that with me, my self-permission, self-trust, self-intimacy. I brought it all with me. And I came online bold, unapologetic, but I got attacked. I was in 2 Facebook groups where I got attacked horribly by hundreds of women jumping on it. And it dimmed me. I ended up hating Facebook and I moved my business to LinkedIn, where I created a very successful coaching business. Didn't want to know anything about Facebook for many years. And when I finally decided, that turning point, that moment where I decided this is it, fuck it. I don't want to live like this anymore. I've made myself small. I don't want to do this anymore. Really, that moment was a defining moment for me. Probably about 7 years ago, 8 years ago, I'm not too sure. I don't keep track of the exact times. But when I made that decision, it was really a defining point for me, because I knew that I know more about business than most of the women on the internet. Building businesses was a part of who I am. It's a part of my legacy. I grew up in the business world. It was a part of my body. And I really did fall for that shit. I made myself small. And if you've been bullied online, you'll know what I mean. It's shocking. It changes how you feel in your body. It changes how you see yourself. It changes how you live and how you build your business. You really make yourself small just to stay safe, not to get those comments, not to be bullied. You write your content so that women don't jump in and have their 5 cents worth with this cancel culture that's running around online. And I did all of this, but honestly, when that defining moment came, everything fell away. And I was able to give myself permission again, to trust myself deeply, and to be very intimate with myself. And now I know you're going to say, but Myra, how do I can understand trusting myself and giving myself permission, but how am I intimate with myself? That sounds horrible. For the older generation of women, if you see it from a sexual point of view, it might be horrible. But for the younger generation, self-intimacy is something that they are born with. And it's not the kind of intimacy that you're thinking of. So let's get to it. Let me tell you how this works. Self-permission says, I don't need a reason to want more. And I get asked this question many times. Okay, why do you want more money? Why are you still working if you have so much money? And if you've had so much success, why? What do you get if you still want to make more money? Why don't you give your stuff away and serve the world? But self-permission gives me the authority to say, I am serving the world, but I know my worth. And I don't need a reason to want more. I just have to want it. Self-trust whispers, even when it's messy and held. Self-trust allows you to do whatever it is that you want to do. Like I said, even if it's messy, but you also know that you are held by yourself, by God or the universe or whatever it is that you call it, that you are held and you are supported and you are safe, deeply safe. And self-intimacy, yeah, that's the one. Not the one you're thinking. Self-intimacy is the part where you stop abandoning your own energy just to be liked. Self-intimacy is the part where you allow yourself to become audacious, to stop abandoning yourself and become the bold woman that you know that you are meant to be. This is the tipping point, or the most powerful one out of the three. The moment that you are so intimate with yourself that you can actually pinpoint what it is that you are abandoning. Because some of you might not be abandoning your energy, it might be something else. But most of the time, it is abandoning your energy, your being, who you are, your frequency. Okay? We abandon that. And when you are that intimate with yourself to realize it, and there might be many forms through which you do that. It could be hiding yourself like I did. It could be feeling like, who the hell am I? That imposter syndrome. Might be all kinds of other fears and feelings and limiting beliefs that you've created and that the world has created with you. That makes you hide and abandon yourself and your energy. And if you are that intimate with yourself to admit what it is and you can move past it, that is where audacity is really born again. You were born with it, but the world has taken it away. And so self-intimacy is the part that allows you to see deeply within you and to work through that and to break through it and to become the bold woman, the audacious woman that you have been brought to this earth to be. You don't build wealth from pretending to be calm. You build it from being honest, from letting your body tell the truth, from recognizing where you've been shrinking your fire so others stay comfortable, or you stay comfortable like I did. Now, I need to tell you that you can build wealth in that non-audacious way. You can build wealth hiding from certain things. You can build wealth from many things going on inside of you, from chaos, from messiness. But it doesn't last. And if it does last, it starts feeling horrible in your body. And you no longer want to do it. That's exactly what happened to me. I built a multi-7-figure coaching business on LinkedIn. But everything started screaming inside of me. I didn't like it anymore. I didn't want it anymore. Something inside of me knew that it needed to come out, that I needed to become the audacious woman that I once used to be, that I was born to be. And when I embraced that, when I became intimate enough with myself to understand where this came from and to move past it, to heal that trauma, and to move past it was the most important part for me to becoming that audacious woman again. The audacious woman knows her sensitivity is power, her softness is strategy, her body is the compass that never lies. Listen to your body, queen. Now let's talk embodiment, the visible side of audacity. This is where energy becomes expression. This is not the inner work anymore. You've done that, and you are now on the external side of audacity, where what you believe privately becomes what the world feels publicly. You don't have to speak when you are audacious. Your energy carries everything. Your energy negotiates. Your energy brings forward. Your energy creates. Your energy vibrates at a completely different level. And your audience feels it. Audacity in business looks like this. Audacity in business looks like this. You launch the offer before you feel completely ready. You don't let perfectionism hold you back anymore. You post what's real instead of what's polished. You don't care about perfection anymore. You don't care about other people's feelings anymore. You just post what's real, what's you. You speak in the rhythm of truth instead of in the tone of approval. You don't need approval anymore. You've given it to yourself when you've become audacious. It's no longer, will they like me? It's, can they feel me? That's the shift. And when they feel you, everything changes in your business. When a woman is in her audacity frequency, her content vibrates differently. Her offers carry codes. Her presence sells before she even mentions a price. Audacity turns sales into service, visibility into devotion, and strategy into art. You stop trying to sound high ticket, you become it. You've given yourself permission. You trust yourself completely. And you're completely intimate with yourself to know that you are high ticket. Because the frequency of a woman who knows her worth, that's the magnetism people pay for. And here's the truth. Audacity doesn't repel the right clients. It calibrates them. It calls in the women who are done with permission slips, who are ready to rise from power, not pressure. I want you to close your eyes for a moment. Feel your feet on the floor. Breathe deeply into your belly. With every inhale, imagine drawing in your boldest truth. With every exhale, release the version of you that waits for approval. Feel a golden current rise from your feet to your heart. That is your audacity frequency. It's electric, alive, and it's certain. Now say to yourself out loud if you can. Well, not even if you can. Just go ahead. Say it out loud. I am the woman who moves first. I am the woman who leads from energy. I am the woman who changes the room without forcing a thing. Feel that warmth in your chest. That's your remembering. That's the frequency that changes everything. Audacity doesn't shout. It emanates. It doesn't demand attention. It holds it effortlessly. Stay in that energy, because this right here is where wealth begins. And when I'm talking about wealth, it doesn't just mean the money that you make in your business. It means about how you feel inside of your body and how you attract wealth, clients, money, how you hold it. Okay? If this episode stirred something in you, that feeling that you're meant to live and lead at a higher frequency, then you are ready for quantum wealth frequency. It's where we take this audacious energy and ground it into real world wealth, where the inner codes become outer results, where you stop chasing momentum and start embodying it. Inside quantum wealth frequency, we reprogram your relationship with money, leadership, and power, so wealth becomes your natural state, not your next goal. Because audacity without grounding is chaos. But audacity with embodiment, that is legacy. Until next time, stay elevated. Thank you for tuning into Elevated Woman. If today's episode activated something in you, share it, tag me, or come say hi in the DMs. And if you're ready to go deeper, head to myraswankotze.com to grab your free gift or explore the offers aligned with your next level. Until next time, own your power, claim your wealth, and rise as the elevated woman you came here to be.